Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your week 5 Monday morning breakfast bite. So this week you get to breathe a little easier. We don't have any specific homework assignments due this week, but I do want you working, please, on deliverable 2 for your team project, and you'll be receiving your scenarios and the information on which team decide to which you're assigned and which scenario you will be assigned to. Hopefully by Wednesday. I do have some administrative things going on Wednesday, but I'm hoping to get to it between administrative items and class. So that said, this week we are going to take a brief look at intellectual property, which I know you studied at your lower division course. But when we talk about intellectual property, we're talking about a personal property right. And when we talk about that personal property right, we're talking about a right that inures to the individual in a personal manner, but intellectual property is an intangible right. You can't necessarily touch and feel it, but we know that it's out there, and it pertains to intellectual property such as patents, copyrights, trademarks, and then we have trade secrets. So be aware that they are segmented in that way. And the first 3, patents, copyrights, and trademarks, are governed by federal law. The last one, trade secret, is governed by state law. When we talk about state law, we're talking about law that actually pertains to basically commercial espionage. So trade secrets fall under that. And when we talk about that, you have to think about information that is of a secret nature that we do not want divulged to someone else, because the company who has that trade secret, Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, their secret recipes, Bush's Baked Beans, KFC, I mean, we could go on, right? And when we look at that, the company feels that it gives them a marketing advantage. So they don't ever want that trade secret information, divulged to the public. What does that mean to you as an employer? That means that you want to make sure that you have your employees sign a non-disclosure agreement, because you don't want that information divulged. It also pertains to patents. It can pertain to trademarks, the non-disclosure, and copyrighted material. Until you get it copyrighted, you want to make sure that it is a trade secret and that it is governed by a non-disclosure agreement. Also remember that once you publish a recipe, it no longer applies under trade secret, because now you're publishing it to the public. So now what you're looking at is copyright aspect of that recipe. So just be aware of those nuances. Also, when we're looking at the Securities Act and we're looking at privacy, we're also looking at private placements. We're looking at the Securities Act, which is what we look at when we're talking about the initial public offering. We're also looking at, when we talk about securities issues, the Securities and Exchange Act, which deals with insider information, things of that nature. So be aware of the differences between the two. And then as you continue reading, think about cyber piracy and how, as a company in today's day and age, where the internet has to be part of what you do and how you get your name out there, how are you going to protect your clients? How are you going to protect your intellectual property? How are you going to make sure that you do everything you can to keep your company and your company information safe? Because it doesn't just apply to personal individuals and keeping that information safe, it applies to your company as well. So with that said, we'll talk more about deliverable 2, and we'll go on from there. You all have a great week 5. If you have any questions, of course, don't hesitate to contact me.